All right, this is Reflections on the Coordinate Plane. This is your last teacher station. I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. All right, so this one's on reflections on the coordinate plane. So number one wants us to identify the line reflecting if it's the x-axis or the y-axis. So remember, if the number stays the same, that's the axis it's jumping over. All right, so let's get started. We go from 9 to -8 to 9 +8. So what stayed the same? The 9. And remember, it's always written x, then y. So what stayed? The x did. So this went over the x axis. Number 2, the figure was reflected from quadrant 2 to quadrant 3. All right, so if it went from quadrant 2, which is up here, to quadrant 3, which is down here, what line did it jump over? It jumped over the x-axis. Okay, so we're looking at this one here. We are going from this image, let's say, to this image. What line is it crossing over? It's crossing over this middle line there, and that is your y-axis. All right, let's look at number 4. Number 4 has -7, -1, and then it has 7, -1. What stayed the same? The -1. And what does the -1 represent? What letter? The y. So this one jumped over the y-axis. All right, I'm going to let you try 5, 6, 7, and 8. Number 9, reflect the image, the figure, over the y-axis. So I'm going to jump it over this line right here. Okay, record your coordinates. Now, since I kind of wrote over my line, my numbers there, I'm going to change that to a highlighter. So I'm going to jump over this line right there. So if I see that I am at this point, I'm at -7, 6. That means I need to keep the 6, but my -7 now becomes a yes, +7, 6. I had to look over real quick, make sure I was on the right page. So we go over to +7. This is now your A prime. And remember, this is a reflection, so it's going to be flipped. My T is a -2, 6. So the 6 will stay. The 2 is changing to a +2. So this will be my T prime. My M is -8, 2. So the 2 stays, but the -8 will turn to a +8, which puts that M prime right there. And then finally, I have my H. My H is -3, 2, so I'm going to keep the 2, but change the -3 to a +3. All right, and I just saw that my M is 1 too low. Let me fix that. There we go. All right, so now I'm ready to connect my dots. So we go this way. There you go, just like that. So now let's record our coordinates down below. So my M is now 8, 2. My A is 7, 6. My T is 2, 6. And my H is 3, 2. And I like how they spelled out the word math. The nerd in me just thought that was funny. All right, I'm going to let you try 10. Okay, let's look at number 11. Number 11 says, using the reflection in number 9, describe what happened to each of the following by writing same or changed. Did the size of the figure change or did it stay the same? It stayed the same. the orientation of the figure, did the direction of the figure change or stay the same? It changed. It flipped. And did the orientation of the vertices stay the same or did they change? They changed. They were not in the same location because it flipped. Now, since you did this one, number 10, on your own, I'll let you answer number 12. And that will end this video tutorial.